Deshaun Watson rumors were going away. You're as crazy as I look.
Hail the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
Scary Cooper, asshole.
Oh, Dingbat! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. I gotta tell you, I'm feeling a little bit better today. The babyface assassin is moving around. I'm ready to go. I'm trying to convince myself that this could be a game this Sunday versus the Chiefs. Hey, look, anything's possible. They did lose 2 in a row. Going to be a tough game, I'm just saying. But I'll be fighting. I'll be there streaming. And you know I will give every inch I have. You know what I'm saying? But where I want to start this video today is by giving a huge shout out and congratulations to one Shady McCoy. Because on Friday, Shady McCoy will officially retire as a Philadelphia Eagle, where he should have never left. Never left. Chip Dip Kelly. Boy, if I had a YouTube channel back then, you would have seen the tirades of tirades. Because I remember driving when the news broke that the Eagles traded Shady to Buffalo, and I was sitting there punching the steering wheel. I was so mad. It was crazy. And I'm just glad Shady's going to retire an Eagle, where he should have been always. In my opinion, he should never have left. That was the stupidest trade in the history, I'll tell you that. But before we get into this video in too deep, I want to first say, here's a word from our sponsor. Want to get an advantage over your sportsbook? You need to download the BetQL app. Their Best Bets computer model scans over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you the best recommendations for every game, for every sports, from point spreads to over-unders to player props. And look, if you don't want to use their model and you want to do your own research like me, well, that's okay. BetQL has you covered. They have all the information you possibly need, from player lineup changes, to breaking news, to injury report, to line changes. You need it, they got it. Head to the App Store or Google Play Store now and download the BetQL app. Or you can head to try.betql.co/500 to get started now. Make sure you enter the discount code 500 to get 25% off all subscription offerings. Make sure to check out the BetMGM offer in the description below to claim your $200 if your wager wins or not. Also, check out the other sportsbook offer page if you live in one of the eligible states to claim free offers upon signing up at any of the many sportsbook listed. Don't miss out your chance to beat your sportsbook this football season. So thanks to BetQL for sponsoring this video, and I gotta tell you, if I could claim $200 whether I win or lose my wager, I would do it in a second. So if you haven't, definitely take advantage of that offer, because that's a good one. That is a good one. I give it to him. Now, today, the Deshaun Watson rumors came flooding back in. Now, this really started on Sunday when Glazer reported that something was coming down the pike with the Deshaun Watson thing. Everybody knows that he seems to want him to go to Miami. Miami would like to trade for him. I don't know how they're going to make this all happen without a first-round pick, because guess who's got their first-round pick? But Miami would like to get him, I'm sure. And I don't want that to happen, because I want Miami to keep losing, okay? Now, Glazer is saying that Houston is backing off their demands and things like that. And, of course, Pro Football Talk Live had Florio and Chris Sims, and they were talking that the Eagles are going to be a player in this, that the Eagles would like to prevent the Dolphins from getting him, and that Jeffrey Lurie, according to Chris Sims, has given the Eagles front office, Howie Roseman and all, the green light to go try to make a trade for Deshaun Watson happen. Now, we have been through the Deshaun Watson stuff all off season, but the truth of the matter is, Every time Hurts goes out and plays bad, you are going to have a situation in which that's what the fans are going to talk about. They're going to talk about two things. One, trade for a guy like Deshaun Watson, at least for the next month, or start Gardner Minshew, or I call him Garden Minshew. But those are going to be the common theme we are going to hear week in and week out. And I know there's a lot of Eagle fans that are like, dude, go get Deshaun Watson. Go get him. And then there are other Eagle fans that are like, hell no, stay the hell away from him, okay? It's an interesting situation. My own personal opinion on the Deshaun Watson situation is this. I am not touching a guy that has all these off the field things going on that any moment could kill his whole rest of the season, next year, something like that. I am not messing with a guy. I am not giving up a lot of assets for a guy like that. I mean, if we're talking, they want a second round pick for him just to offload him, sure, I would do that. And I would take a chance because then if he gets suspended or something, fine, whatever. But I'm not touching a guy with these off-the-field issues, especially the things that he's been accused of. Until it's worked out, until it's figured out, I'm not touching it. Once he's clear of it and stuff like that, then I would rather pay more and get him because I don't want to be in a situation where you get a guy, he gets suspended, then he goes to court, and then they file charges, and then he's in trouble, then he's in jail for a year or something or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know all the details of his situation. I read a little bit of it. It is disgusting, and I couldn't read any more. He deserves his day in court, all those kind of things. I did hear the FBI is also looking into it about possibly him being extorted. If that's the case and they come out and clear him, then you could go get him. Deshaun Watson, when healthy and his head's into it and he don't have all the off-field play problems and he's playing, easy top 10 quarterback. Guy's 25 years old. Would he make this team a lot better? I think at this point he would. Now, I say that. I don't mean that as a slight to Jalen Hurts. I don't mean that Jalen Hurts can't become as good. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. Half our fan base says he can't. Half the fan base says give him time. Me personally, I'd give him time. I would give him time. I would give him the rest of this year and see what he can do. I think we're finding out where Jalen Hurts' ceiling is. I think last week, his floor. That's the whole question. What's Jalen Hurts' floor? What's his ceiling? I think last week was his floor. I think that's the worst he could be. There were a lot of guys that were wide open. You've probably seen things on how many times Devontae Smith was open, Ertz was open, Goddard was open, and he just missed throws. He just didn't see it. But at the same time, this is a guy that's only played 7 games. So I don't expect him to see everything. I don't expect him to read everything. I expect him to hold the ball long. I expect him to do those things. If it's 2-3 years down the road and he's still doing it, then you got a problem. But essentially, he's a rookie. So to me, I'm perfectly content letting him play it out, letting him play at least a lot more games. Now, if you get to, let's say, week 11, week 12, and you want to see what Gardner Minshew can do, then fine at that point. But I think Hurts needs a lot of reps. But what it sounds like with this Deshaun Watson thing, it's just my personal opinion, there's just too much smoke. See, I mean, some people go, why talk about it? The Eagles aren't interested in him. I can't agree with that. There's too much smoke when it comes to Deshaun Watson. We hear so many different places and sources that have no correlation with each other, all saying the same thing. There has to be something there. There just has to be. The Eagles have to be looking at it. My personal opinion is the Eagles are looking at Deshaun Watson and saying, hey, look, he's got off the field problems. We're not going to mess with him this year. We don't want to touch him this year. But we're going to let Hurts play. And if he doesn't impress us, or we're not convinced by the end of the year, and then Deshaun Watson in the offseason, everything's clear, then we'll make a play for him. And that's what I think the Eagles are going to do. But who knows? If Hurts goes out and struggles this week, if he struggles next week, will the Eagles say, you know what, enough is enough? The one thing I can tell you about the Eagles, Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, they have a way of messing up quarterbacks. They just do. They have a way of messing up quarterbacks. And my fear now is that they're going to mess up Jalen Hurts. that they're going to mess him up big time. And then they're going to get impatient with him and pull some sort of trigger, never really giving him a chance to develop. I think, in all honesty, I don't pull the trigger on Deshaun Watson. And I told you why. Mainly because of the off the field things. Now, if let's say, and this is a what if, okay? This is a what if. You watch Marvel what ifs. Some of them stink, by the way. But you watch them, right? You watch them because every time I do these what ifs, people say, "How could you want a guy like that?" Oh man, this world is full of censorship. I can't stand it. But all I'm saying is, what if? What if? What if he was clear of all charges and he was fine and he was good to go? And you could get him next week. Do you pull the trigger? That's the question. That's the question. And if I had, obviously it would depend on what I'm giving up. But let's say I would only have to give up the pick the Colts gave to me. The pick the Colts gave to me, that'll be either a second or first. And then if it's not a first, we give another second. I'll do it. I'll do it. Am I doing it for 3 first-round picks? No. Am I doing it for 2 first-round picks this year? No. But I would do it for a first-round pick. You know, I would have to. The guy's a top 10 quarterback. He's 25 years old. I know what he is. You know, and I would feel bad for Jalen Hurts. I would. But if he was cleared, this is if he was cleared. Problem is, he's not cleared. So that's why I wouldn't trade for him. But if everything was copacetic and he was all cleared of all charges, then yeah, I would pull the trigger. Because I think Deshaun Watson's a hell of a quarterback. I really do. But I can't do anything now until everything's clear. So for those who always don't hear me too well, you know, you got to clean out your ears, open your ears. I would not trade for Deshaun Watson right now, mainly because of off the field stuff. If everything was clean and clear on all that, and I had opportunity for a reasonable trade, yes, I would in a second. In a second. And that's not a slight on Jalen Hurts. It's because Deshaun Watson is that good of a player. That's what I think. I think Deshaun Watson with some of these receivers would be good. But in the meantime, that doesn't mean Jalen Hurts, we're giving up on him. That doesn't mean we're throwing him to the wolves. I say let him play because in the reality, the real situation we're in, you're not gonna get Deshaun Watson clear of anything until well after this offseason. So you don't make that trade. You play Jalen Hurts out. Okay? You hope for the best. You hope he develops. And we find out where his ceiling is. We know where his floor is. The other thing with the Deshaun Watson thing we got to say is there's been reports that he refuses to come to Philly, that he doesn't want to play for the Eagles and things like that. Well, guess what? What if they're the only team that you can go to move on? Then what? Would he do it then? I think things have a way of working out. So I would say push came to shove, and that was the only way he got out of Houston. I think he would do it. But until everything is clear, until it's all clear, I ain't signing him. I ain't trading him. I ain't doing anything with Deshaun Watson, but letting the whole thing play out. And I'm focusing on putting a good run game in next week. Not where I'm going to run 80,000 times, but a better run game, better call game. Give Jalen Hurts help, and let's go out and see what he could do. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be Dingbat. Every 2 minutes, Mark Holmes is texting me. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? This is already killing me. And he just get ready to send the shirt out now. And the shirt's gonna say, Mark Holmes is my daddy. Oh my God. I gotta wear that for a week. It's gonna be brutal next week. It's gonna be brutal, but I am a man of my word, and I will pay off my bets. Also, forgot to tell you guys in this video, maybe live tonight. Haven't decided. It's not the greatest game in the world, but if people want me to stream it, I'll be happy to stream it. Just let me know in the comment section. With that said, it's time to go and get ready to get the little kids
from school.
Once again, thank you to BetQL for sponsoring this video, the only app you will need to beat your sportsbook. Find their information along with 25% off the discount code in the description of this video. Also, check out the special BetMGM offer in the description in order to claim $200 in free bets, no matter if your wager wins or not, and other sportsbook sign-up offers and bonuses.